Good evening, people of the web. This is Jason Widerow, host of OnlineStrategyPodcast.com. I have a topic that I haven't gone over yet in any recent podcast, and not in too much detail, but I thought it was pretty important to understanding, because if you're a business owner or you manage your website or you want to manage your website, it's important to understand this acronym and the words and really what they mean. The acronym is CMS, and it stands for Content Management System. Now, basically, this is a very, very broad, general umbrella word. Content Management System is a very broad umbrella term. And just to give you an example, if you've ever listed a product, or if you've ever used Craigslist and sold something, or put a posting up on Craigslist, you are, in effect, using a content management system. And if you've used Craigslist for any extended amount of time or have an account on Craigslist, let's say that you can edit your listing, you can delete your listing, you can cancel your listing, etc., etc. So these are all controls that Craigslist provides you that you can use to manage your listings, right? So each one of those is a content management tool, right? Each one of those features. So in a whole, what you're working with is the Craigslist content management system. It's really just a CMS. That's all it really is. Now, there's other words and things that people might call them, okay? But I'm using this as an example because CMS is such a broadly used word, and it's thrown around all over the place. So if managing your website content, I'm going to jump to another example. Let's go to eBay. If you've ever sold an item on eBay, if you ever edited your item on eBay, if you ever edited the title or added a listing, you've used the eBay content management system. And obviously it's a very elaborate system. There's a lot to it, a lot of controls and features and different things that you can do. And but again, that is a CMS. So when it comes to you as a business owner having a website, a content management system applies to the degree that you need it to control your website content. For example, let's say you are a photographer and you want to post your artwork. And let's say that each piece of artwork has a category. Let's say you have, maybe outdoors, weddings, interesting stuff, different categories, right? So you have categories and you have pictures. And let's say that the pictures need titles and descriptions. And let's also say that you want to be able to position those images in certain ways. Like, you want to be able to add them and then position them exactly where you want them, so that maybe you want to feature a specific image at the front of, so everyone that comes to your site sees that image first, for example. So anyway, this would be like, a content management system. But what I see that is missed a lot, or not understood, I guess, is that the term content management system, again, is a very umbrella word for being able to control the content in some way. To the degree that you can control it, and how fine-tuned, if you will, you can control the content, is basically all up to the developer, the business owner, and what that website needs to be able to do. So whether you're providing a content manager for your visitors, where they can manage their account, their profile, or something like that, and your CMS for your actual management of the site content as an owner of the site. For example, if you want to add a new page, a new image, change a description, change a title of a page, add a new picture or a movie or a film or something, or a video, all these different things that you might want to do are all achievable, right? Based on the limitations of the content management system. So, and this is a point that I emphasize a lot to business owners, customization is so important with the internet. Getting into a niche with your business and the way you present your business is so important. And how you identify yourself. And with the internet, because we're using technology, we identify ourselves with the features that we can provide on our website, whether it be the way the product is displayed, a way that a customer interacts with information on the site, a way that flows them through to get them to where they need to go on the site, whatever it may be. These are all functional visual aspects that give guidance and help your end user. And the amount of control that you have over the content and the flow of the content and where things are placed makes your life a lot easier as a business owner, because you can, make an update on the fly. You're not waiting for a developer, contacting your programmer, someone like me. And I know I sound like I'm selling myself out of a job, but no, it's important that this technology is put to use because it's available and it makes sense to be using it, right? So for your website, you have to look at what it is that you need to be able to manage that's specific to your site, and go for making your content management system suitable for those things. And that's something that I've been helping my clients with for just years and years. And it's something I have a lot of energy about, because it's that creative insight and that out of the box that you have to get to that level where you say, what is it that I should be able to manage and control on this site that's going to make me effective or stand out a little bit more, or give me the flexibility I need to really, manage and turn the content the way I need to. And that is the key to, managing the content, but also that is what a content management system is. So when you hear the term CMS, all it is a content management system, and it's a general umbrella term that describes some way of managing content on a website. So that's really all it is, and it is not that scary of a thing. But the part that the most difficult part about the content management system is determining what it is specifically that is going to give you the advantage with your content and save you, obviously save your company money long term, but give that flexibility and power to you. And I'm going to use another word here. It's not really a fancy word, but it's just the word custom. When I say custom CMS, always ensure that you're building a CMS. If you're going to have one built onto your website, your existing site, or have one built from the ground up, or whatever direction you're going with that, always build it custom. Always make sure that the source code is completely accessible. There are, the only reason for this is because you need to maintain that flexibility. It could be 1 year from now, it could be 5 years from now, but you realize you need to add some new feature or something that will give you an awesome advantage over a competitor, and something you want to build into your website. Maybe it's some way of displaying content or positioning content, or a way to add and update content that gives, a real-time effect of some sort. Let's say, just an example. But so having custom and access to all of your source code, meaning the actual programming code, have that available so that it can be modified and customized to any liking in the future. In other words, it's a term we might use as developers is it's not jailed code, it's open code, meaning it's very accessible and flexible. So the only reason I mentioned that is because there are a lot of companies out there that offer CMS solutions, but what they are jailed CMS solutions, meaning you could build an entire site with one of these jailed solutions, but you don't have access to source code. You're limited only to the features and functions that company might provide. And normally these come in like a monthly package or a monthly fee, some like low monthly costing. And for some businesses that can work. Some businesses don't need, the competitive factor. They don't need that advantage and edge maybe it's just some basic informational site or something, not really competitive, but it's important that that source code is fully accessible and can be used at liberty to whatever application you want to put that to for the future. So just open code, unjailed code, those are the key terms you want to think about when you're building this custom CMS for your website. Well, you all have a nice night. I hope this was helpful information. I tried my best to clarify what a CMS is so that I can get an understanding of why it's so important. So have a great night. Let's have a great day tomorrow.
OnlineStrategyPodcast.com is brought to you by JasonWydrow.com, W3Developing.com, and OnlineStrategyPodcast.com.